What if every single night while you're sleeping, your brain and your eyes are quietly running out of the fuel they need to repair themselves? Not because of disease, not because of bad luck, just because nobody told you what your body actually needs after 60. Here's what I know after more than a decade working with older adults. Most people over 60 wake up every morning with vision that takes time to clear, a mind that feels slow to start, and a memory that misses things it never used to miss. And they think that's just aging. It's not. Today I'm going to show you 5 natural juices, real food, nothing fancy, that science shows can help your brain and your eyes repair themselves overnight. Stay with me. This might be the most useful video you watch this month. My name is Dr. Isabel Greer. I've spent more than 10 years working specifically with adults over 60. Brain health, vision health, cognitive decline. This is what I do every single day. And what I've seen over and over again is this. The right nutrients, taken at the right time, can make a real difference. Not just on paper, in real people. People just like you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 juices that directly support 2 of the most important systems in your aging body, your eyes and your brain. I'll tell you what they do, how they work, and exactly when and how to drink them for the best results. Before we start, one important note. This video is for educational purposes only. Everything I share here is based on published scientific research, but it is not a substitute for medical advice. If you have a health condition or you take medications, please talk to your doctor before making any changes to your diet. I mean that. Your health is personal and your doctor knows your full picture. Now, let's get into it. Juice number 1, tart cherry juice. The nighttime repair drink nobody talks about. Let me ask you something. Do you sleep well? Really well? If you're over 60 and you're honest, probably not. And that matters more than most people realize. Here's why. Your brain does its deepest repair work during sleep, specifically during the hours when your glymphatic system is most active. That's the brain's built-in cleaning crew. It flushes out toxic proteins, repairs damaged neurons, and consolidates memory, all while you sleep. But if your sleep is shallow, interrupted, or too short, that crew can't do its job. This is where tart cherry juice comes in. Tart cherries are one of the few natural food sources of melatonin, the hormone that signals your body it's time to sleep deeply. But it's not just about falling asleep. Tart cherries are also loaded with anthocyanins and quercetin, 2 powerful antioxidants that reduce neuroinflammation, the low-grade inflammation in brain tissue that builds up with age and quietly erodes memory and focus. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who drank tart cherry juice twice a day for 2 weeks fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and scored better on memory tests the following morning. And what about your eyes? Tart cherry anthocyanins also protect the retinal ganglion cells, the nerve cells that carry visual information from your eye to your brain. When those cells are inflamed or damaged, your vision gets slower, less sharp, less reliable. These antioxidants help keep them intact. Think of tart cherry juice as the nighttime shift worker for your brain and your eyes. It goes in while you sleep and does the work you can't feel but absolutely need. What to do? Drink 240 milliliters, that's about 1 cup, of unsweetened tart cherry juice about 1 hour before bed. Don't add sugar. Don't mix it with other juices at night. Just drink it as it is. Give it 2 weeks before you judge it. Coming up next, a juice that's been used for centuries, but only now do we understand exactly why it works for the aging brain. Don't go anywhere. Juice number 2, pomegranate juice, the memory protector hiding in plain sight. Have you ever walked into a room and stood there completely blank? No idea why you walked in? That's not a joke. That's a real symptom of reduced cerebral blood flow. And it's incredibly common after 60. Pomegranate juice is one of the most powerful natural tools we have to address this. Pomegranates are rich in punicolagens, a type of polyphenol that is almost unique to this fruit. Your gut breaks punicolagens down into urolithins, which have a direct anti-inflammatory effect on brain tissue. More importantly, pomegranate polyphenols protect the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for forming new memories and retrieving old ones. A randomized controlled trial published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine followed middle-aged and older adults who drank pomegranate juice daily for 28 days. The result? Significant improvements in verbal and visual memory. Brain scans showed increased activity in the exact regions responsible for memory storage. But here's something most people don't know. Pomegranate juice also reduces amyloid plaque buildup in the brain. Amyloid plaques are the sticky deposits associated with Alzheimer's disease. While no juice can cure or prevent Alzheimer's, keeping amyloid levels lower for longer is something every one of us should want. For your eyes, pomegranate's anti-inflammatory compounds protect the delicate blood vessels of the retina, the tiny capillaries that carry oxygen to your photoreceptor cells. When those vessels get inflamed or blocked, vision starts to fail. Pomegranate helps keep them clear and functional. I think of pomegranate juice as the security guard for your brain. It patrols, it protects, and it keeps the trouble out. What to do? Drink 120 to 180 milliliters, about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup, of 100% pure pomegranate juice in the morning, with or just after breakfast. Look for juice with no added sugar. The real thing doesn't need it. Juice number 3. Beet juice. The oxygen delivery system your brain is waiting for. I want you to think about a garden hose. If the hose is wide open, water flows easily. Everything stays green and alive. But if the hose gets narrow, pinched, the water trickles. Things start to wilt. Your brain is that garden, and your blood vessels are the hose. After 60, blood vessels naturally become stiffer and narrower. Blood flows more slowly to the brain and to the eyes. Oxygen delivery drops, and when your brain gets less oxygen, everything slows down. Thinking, memory, visual processing. Beet juice fixes the hose. Beets are extraordinarily rich in dietary nitrates. When you drink beet juice, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and expand. More space, more flow, more oxygen. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that older adults who drank beet juice showed significantly increased blood flow to the frontal lobe of the brain, the area responsible for attention, decision-making, and short-term memory. In just a few weeks, participants showed faster cognitive processing and sharper reaction times. And your retina? It has one of the highest oxygen demands of any tissue in your entire body. Every single minute, it needs a steady supply of oxygenated blood. Nitric oxide keeps those retinal vessels open and functional, helping to prevent the kind of microvascular damage that leads to age-related macular degeneration. Here's what I love about beet juice. It starts working fast. Nitric oxide production begins within 30 minutes of drinking. That means on the same day you start, you can feel the difference. What to do? Juice 1 medium raw beet with half an apple or a small piece of ginger to balance the flavor. Drink it in the mid-afternoon, between 2 and 4 p.m., when your energy naturally dips and brain fog creeps in. That's exactly when your body needs this boost most. There are 2 more juices to go, and the last one surprised even me. Keep watching. Juice number 4. Blueberry juice. The only juice that actually grows new brain cells. I want to say something that might sound too good to be true, but it's backed by science. Blueberry juice can help your brain grow new cells. We used to believe that brain cells, once lost, were gone forever. We now know that's not entirely true. A process called neurogenesis, the birth of new neurons, continues into old age, especially in the hippocampus. And blueberries are one of the few foods that actively stimulate it. How? Through anthocyanins, the same pigments that give blueberries their deep blue-purple color. These compounds cross the blood-brain barrier, something most antioxidants cannot do. Once inside, they boost a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your neurons. More BDNF means stronger neural connections, better memory, and slower cognitive aging. A landmark study published in the Journals of Gerontology followed older adults who drank wild blueberry juice daily for 12 weeks. At the end of the study, participants showed measurable improvements in memory recall and processing speed. MRI scans confirmed increased neural activation in memory centers of the brain. For your eyes, blueberry anthocyanins directly protect the retinal ganglion cells, the cells that transmit visual signals to the brain. In a study published in Molecular Vision, regular blueberry intake preserved retinal structure even under oxidative stress. That means sharper, more reliable vision for longer. Let me tell you about one of my patients, a woman named Ruth, 71 years old. She came to me because she'd stopped enjoying reading. The words would blur. She'd lose her place. Her daughter thought it was her glasses, but it wasn't. It was retinal fatigue combined with early cognitive slowdown. I asked Ruth to add 1 small glass of blueberry juice every evening for 30 days. No other changes. At her follow-up, she told me she'd finished 2 books. 2 in 1 month. Small change, real result. What to do? Use 1 cup of fresh or frozen wild blueberries. Blend with a little water or half a banana. Drink it in the evening, about 90 minutes before bed. Your brain begins its repair cycle in the early hours of sleep. Give it these building blocks before it starts. Juice number 5. Kale and cucumber juice. The most powerful eye repair juice most people never try. This is the one that surprises people. Not pomegranate, not blueberry. Kale. Here's why I saved it for last. Kale is the richest natural source of lutein and zeaxanthin in the world. Those 2 words matter more than almost anything when it comes to your eye health after 60. Lutein and zeaxanthin are the protective pigments stored directly in your macula, the central part of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision, reading, recognizing faces, driving. All of it depends on your macula working well. As you age, macula pigment density naturally decreases. That's when blur creeps in. That's when contrast sensitivity fades. And that's when the risk of macular degeneration goes up. But here's the good news. You can actually rebuild that pigment density. Not fully, not overnight, but measurably. And lutein and zeaxanthin from food, specifically from dark leafy greens, are how you do it. A study published in Nutrients in 2020 found that older adults with higher blood concentrations of lutein and zeaxanthin had significantly better contrast sensitivity and visual processing speed. In plain terms, they saw more clearly and they processed what they saw more quickly. And your brain? Kale is packed with folate, a B vitamin essential for neurotransmitter production. Folate regulates homocysteine levels in the blood. High homocysteine is directly toxic to brain cells and is one of the strongest dietary predictors of cognitive decline. A clinical trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that restoring folate levels through diet improved memory and attention scores in older adults. Kale also contains vitamin K1, which supports myelin, the protective sheath around your neurons that makes sure signals travel fast and clean. When myelin degrades, thinking gets slower. Vitamin K1 from kale helps maintain it. Now I know what you're thinking. Kale juice sounds terrible, and honestly, on its own it kind of is. That's why I always combine it with cucumber and a small green apple. The cucumber softens the bitterness. The apple adds just enough natural sweetness. The result is a green juice that's mild, refreshing, and genuinely pleasant. What to do? Take 1 large handful of raw kale, add half a cucumber and 1 small green apple. Juice them fresh. Drink it mid-morning, between breakfast and lunch. This is when your digestive system is most active and absorption is at its peak. Drink it within 10 minutes of making it. The nutrients start to oxidize quickly once juiced. One more thing before I wrap up, and it's the part most videos skip completely. Okay, let me give you a fast summary of everything we covered. Tart cherry juice, 1 hour before bed, for deep sleep and overnight brain repair. Pomegranate juice, with breakfast, for memory protection and retinal blood flow. Beet juice, mid-afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m., for cerebral circulation and energy. Blueberry juice, 90 minutes before bed, for neurogenesis and retinal cell protection. Kale and cucumber juice, mid-morning, for macular pigment and cognitive repair. You don't need all 5 every day? Start with 1. The one that speaks to your biggest concern right now. Add another after a week. Build slowly. What matters is not perfection. What matters is consistency. And remember, these are tools. Real, natural, science-backed tools. Not magic, not miracles, but when you give your body the right building blocks, it knows exactly what to do with them. I want to say one more thing before I go. If you're watching this and you feel like you've already waited too long, like the blur has been there too long, like the fog has been too thick for too long, I want you to hear this directly from me. It is not too late. I have worked with people in their late 70s who saw real improvement in their vision and their memory after changing what they put in their glass every morning. The body has an extraordinary ability to repair itself when you stop depriving it and start supporting it. Your brain hasn't given up on you, your eyes haven't given up on you. Start with 1 glass, see how you feel. Give it 30 days. That's all I'm asking. If this video gave you something useful today, I have one small favor to ask. Hit that subscribe button. I know everyone says that, but here's why it actually matters. This channel exists because people like you, real people over 60 who want real answers, keep showing up and keep sharing. Every subscriber tells YouTube that this content is worth showing to someone else. Someone who might be sitting alone right now, frustrated with their blurry vision or their foggy mornings, and who just needs to know there's something they can actually do about it. When you subscribe, you're not just helping yourself stay informed, you're helping this channel reach the next person who needs it, and that means everything to me. It takes 2 seconds, and it keeps this community growing. Now, I want to hear from you. Down in the comments, tell me, which of these 5 juices are you most excited to try first? Or maybe you've already tried one of them and you've noticed a difference? I read every single comment. everyone. And your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take their first step. This is not a one-way conversation. I'm here. Talk to me. Because the best part of doing this work, after more than 10 years, is still hearing from the people I do it for. People just like you. I'm Dr. Isabel Greer. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Now go make yourself a juice, and I'll see you in the next one.